Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuhu. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about minerals in short. So first of all, what are minerals? A mineral is a nutrient that is needed by our body in small quantities to make sure that our body stays healthy and functions properly. Now there's a simple classification of minerals, which is macrominerals and microminerals, and these terms are pretty self-explanatory. Macrominerals are the minerals which are required in larger amounts, and microminerals are the minerals which are required in small amounts. So now let's look at the function of these minerals in our body and where to get them from. Calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium are from the macrominerals as they're required in larger amounts than the rest of them. Calcium is required for bone and tooth formation, growth, contraction of muscles, etc. And the sources of calcium are milk, milk products, green leafy vegetables, whole grains, etc. Then comes phosphorus, and phosphorus is very important for energy transactions, protein activity, mineralization of bones and teeth, etc. It's a part of many important molecules present in our body. The sources of phosphorus are protein-rich foods like meat, eggs, fish, dairy products, and cereals. Then we have magnesium. Magnesium is present in our bones, muscles, and the extracellular fluid which is present in between our cells. And it helps in maintaining the electrolyte balance in our body. The sources of magnesium are green leafy vegetables, legumes, animal products, and cereals. Then we come to the microminerals. There are 7 important microminerals. Most important among them, iron. Iron is responsible for transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide in our blood. It synthesizes collagen, it produces dopamine, etc. The sources of iron are green leafy vegetables like spinach, curry leaves, etc., and organ meats like liver. The iron from liver is more absorbable in the body than from the vegetable sources. Then we have iodine. Iodine is required for the synthesis of thyroid hormones and activation of vitamin A, etc. Sources of iodine are legumes, vegetables, cereal, fresh fruit, milk, and milk products. Then we have copper. Copper is involved in the formation of RBCs, our red blood cells, and it works with many different enzymes in our body. Sources of copper are oysters, crabs, lobsters, meat, legumes, and nuts. Then we have zinc and selenium. Both of these act as an antioxidant in our body and protect our cells from oxidation. It helps in cholesterol transport, night vision, etc. The sources of zinc include oysters, meat, poultry, eggs, and dairy products. Sources of selenium include meat and seafood. Then we have chromium. Chromium helps in insulin function, regulation of gene expression, etc. Sources of chromium include yeast, oysters, liver, potatoes, etc. Then last we have fluorine. Fluorine helps in protecting our teeth from decaying. It stops the activity of the oral bacteria present in our mouth. The sources of fluorine is drinking water and sea fish. And again, just like we discussed in our last video, it's hard to remember the sources of these minerals. So here's a chart for you all that you can refer back to when you want to know the sources of these foods. When our body lacks these minerals, there are different deficiency diseases that can occur. And some of the diseases that these deficiencies can lead to are anemia, hypocalcemia, osteoporosis, osteomalacia, hypothyroidism, goiter, cretinism, Wilson's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, Cushing's disease, etc. There's also some conditions that occur when you consume a mineral in large amounts, in amounts larger than what our body requires. And those include hypercalcemia, hyperthyroidism, and so on. Our food contains very minute quantities of these minerals, and it's hard to overdo these minerals when we are getting them directly from our food. However, if you are taking supplements of these minerals, it's really easy to overdo these and to develop serious conditions. So prefer natural food and whole food as sources of these minerals rather than depending on supplements, because supplements are very concentrated sources of these minerals, and we do not want to overdo these minerals as they can lead to serious other conditions. If you find this video beneficial, then be sure to like, share it with your friends and family, subscribe. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamualaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.